All right. I think we're live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Timothy Sands. This is Fashionable Father, and welcome to Sandscript Studios, otherwise known as our apartment. I like saying that. I pretty much say that every live stream. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna wait for some folks to come in, roll through, and then we'll get started. I'll let you know the topics of this fine weekend. I hope everything's going well, whatever neck of the woods you're in. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Am I up and going?
You totally are, dude.
Nice. That's my lovely assistant.
Okay.
I don't think she liked that title. What would you rather be called?
Partner in crime.
Partner in crime, my crimey, as they would say. Mm-hmm. My crimey. My Bonnie to my Clyde. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, so on the topics this weekend, as the title states, I'm going to be talking about Schitt's Creek. Thank you, Chris Allwell, for recommending the show. I'm going to talk about the aesthetic as the thumbnail states. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about pile fleece coats or fleece pile coats or whatever they're called. I want to talk a little bit about that.
Your favorite, of course.
My favorite, of course. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, we got to geek out. We got to geek out a little bit on The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian. I mean, I love this stuff. I'm eating it up. I know everybody else is. Also, a little something else about The Mandalorian too. I'll leave that at the end. Yeah, so those are the topics this weekend. And again, welcome everybody to Fashionable Father live stream. Hopefully have some newcomers this weekend, maybe some first timers. I don't know, maybe not. But let's get right into it. Anything you want to throw in there real quick, my love? No? Do you mind if I get going quick on the whole beer front?
Oh, I see. No, anything you'd like to add, my love? I'd like, by the way, some beer, please.
No.
I hope you can hear her.
Right
She's
away.
very happy about me
away.
asking for a beer. Sometimes it just happens, you know what I'm saying? It happens. Okay, I guess we should just get right into this. Right into the first topic, which is Schitt's Creek. I'm late to the game. I was recommended. So we were, Megan and I were binge watching Friends. I didn't watch Friends in the 90s. I was a perfect candidate to watch Friends. I was like the age group of when it was out in the 90s. But I didn't watch it. I didn't like it. I was annoyed. And then we binged watched it. And it's very comforting. Obviously, we're looking for that in this whole pandemic.
Oh my gosh, and that they had pagers. And like they were just getting used to like cell phones for the first time. It was so weird to like live in the 90s.
It was so weird to go back. It was also very nostalgic, right?
Yeah.
Especially for us. It was thorough, and it was comfort. And that's we were looking to replace it because we finished it quite quickly. And we like to watch our stuff like comfort-wise during dinner. We do that whole, you know, obviously that dates all the way back to the 50s, right? People watching TV during dinner time. And it's nice. It's just a relaxing moment to just unwind and have just emptiness on the TV. So we were looking for something like that. And Allwell was awesome. He was like, yo, check out Schitt's Creek. So we watched we powered through that first season and we kept looking at each other. We're like, so this is funny? Like we were having a hard time with.
We were missing it.
We're missing the comfort of like Friends, and so it was bad because we didn't give Schitt's Creek its room, right? We didn't give its room, and also it's to give away a little of the story. I mean, if you've obviously seen it, Schitt's Creek gets a little. It's these rich people, these rich kind of obnoxious people, get everything taken away from them, and then they're thrown into this. This horrible city or the tiny little town called Schitt's Creek. And they own it. Yeah, somehow they own it. So that part. Ooh, what is this? Which one is this?
Mango.
Ooh, this is good.
It's Golden Road.
Yeah, we got the Golden Road on cheap from Costco. Thank you, my friend. We got this cheap from Costco. I think it's because it's very summery beer, right? It's the like mango, pineapple, and it's not sweet. It's not sweet at all. So it's just like a hint of that. The Golden Road, they do a really good job with this. But yeah, for like $25 from Costco, right? Can't beat that for like 24 beers. So it's good. Yeah, it was really good. Kind of not appropriate for the season, but hey, this is SoCal, so why not? Yeah, who cares?
California.
Oh, what? Greg, are you serious? We can't talk about... Okay, how about this? I'm going to leave... Greg, I'll leave Mandalorian to the end of the stream. I'll tell you to duck out. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to talk about spoiler alerts. I'm just going to geek out on it. If I tell you I'm going to start talking about season 3, I'll tell you. I mean, episode 3, sorry. First of all, I can't believe you haven't seen it yet. You're not a true Star Wars fans. Yeah, come on. Get on. Or are you waiting? Are you really smart and you're waiting to binge all of it? That'd be really smart, actually, but I don't think I could do that. I don't have the willpower. All right. We were, Greg, I was talking about the Schitt's Creek. I don't know if you've watched this. Highly recommended. Highly recommended.
We're crying today.
I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh,
right?
Okay, I will. I'll be quiet.
Well, no. I'm glad you bring it up. Oh, so you're asking if we can talk about it? Yeah, we can talk about it. Or we can't? I don't know what you mean by we can't talk about it. Yeah, we can. If you want. I mean, I don't really care about, I don't think I'm going to spoil or anything. It's not like anybody, it's not like I get a huge viewership here. So, maybe we'll talk about Mandalorian. But I just love that show. I love what they're doing right now. But also I kind of want to comment on how different that is than the movies, right? And Greg and I have talked about this actually. I think you're going to get ahead of us on Poldark. We're really slow with Poldark because we watch it because we don't want to watch it during the day. We watch it at night, and we don't have time at night. That's when we do most of our work, right? But yeah, I think you're going to get ahead of us on Poldark. We're not binging it. Okay. So back to Schitt's Creek. We watched the first season. We powered through it, and Megan and I kept looking at each other like, so this is funny? And we're not Office fans. We're not Parks and Rec fans. So that kind of awkward humor, that's not our style. We don't like it. And we're going, wait, so are we just not the type for Schitt's Creek? And I feel like that first season was so perfect because it laid all this amazing like groundwork for you to not really like these people and see that they're kind of stilted and Arrested Development. And then the season 2, we were just like, I think we cried in season 2.
I know.
Like it was after that first season where they lay that like these people are not really quality people and then they turn into quality people because of this town. Oh, it's just ridiculously heartwarming. I can't. Hello, Steve and Carla. Yo, what up, Rue? I'm talking about Schitt's Creek and how we hated the first, not hated, but we were trying to like the first season. We were like, all right, we'll just power through. And after you get past the first season of Schitt's Creek, it is so ridiculously heartwarming. The characters, you really start to love the characters. You love their flaws. You love the town. You love how, and their formula is perfect. You've got these snobby people that, aren't are rich and everything's taken away from them. And then they're in a small town. And the small town, everybody's just super nice. They're never nasty. So it's so perfect. The people who are nasty are the rich people, which is good because, the masses are going to be like, yeah, the rich people are nasty. And then the people in the small town, which is not reality, right? Some small towns can be really mean. But this small town, everybody's super nice and just wants to lift them up. And you get to see these amazing, heartwarming moments. But what I really like about the show, well, there's so many things I like about the show. But what I like about the show is that not only are they growing as human beings for having everything taken away from them, but they still love their aesthetic value. They still love what they have to offer, and they keep that. And that's what I mean. That's why I want to talk about the aesthetic value, because there's something to be said about wanting nice things and enjoying beautiful things. And I feel like that's what's so cool about Schitt's Creek is these rich people go to this small town and bring their own flair to the small town. They don't turn into small townies, right? Or dispose of of what they loved. They keep that. And that, I think that's why there's a magic to that show. I kept trying to like put my finger on it. I was like, why am I liking this show that much? I love the main character. Well, I guess I consider him the main character.
Yeah.
Dan Levy's character, David, which is pretty much him. I think just a little more flamboyant. But he doesn't lower himself but he also embraces the town. And I think that I've always struggled with that. And I know my parents would agree. They go, like I got out of Colorado for that reason. When I grew up in Colorado, I got very stifled by the lack of style there, by the lack of fashion. I'm sorry, Colorado, to throw you on blast, but it's changed. It's changed since I've left. Yeah, just North Face and mountains and New Balance. That wasn't enough for me. I couldn't do it. I was like, oh, this is tiresome. And that can get stifling. So it's really inspired. It's a very romantic storyline for Schitt's Creek for these people that still embrace their aesthetics and embrace their want for culture, even though they're in this small town and could easily be stifled by it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to add to that?
Do I?
No.
No, but you know what? But good shows are about stories, about the people and their relationships, and that's the simplified way of saying this is a good show because you get involved in relationships.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then that's the other part of it too. Like, there's a lot of honesty in it.
Yes.
You can always tell when something gets really good. Greg and I know, Greg, and trying to tell a story yourself, and also being around like festival stories, and even trying to accomplish it myself when I've made short films. It's, Netflix. Yeah, I told him. Mm-hmm. What was I saying? I got distracted. It's really hard to find the honesty, right? And why a show is successful. Actually, I think why a show ever even gets out of the pilot is it has to be honest. There has to be a raw, honest emotion to everything. And it's really hard to capture. If you've ever tried to do this and telling a story, or especially filming a story, it's hard, man. It is not easy to find that honesty. Everything is so not meant to be honest, right? Everything's repetitive and very kind of plastic when you're trying to shoot something. So to get to that honest realness of things, probably the hardest thing to do, in my opinion. But we're consistently surprised on that show how heartwarming it is, how you love to see the growth in these characters, and there's so many really positive moments in the show, as far as especially for how awkward they make things sometimes, and how easily it can get really negative. It always turns out really, really positive, and they do a lot of good like turns. There's a lot of the real good surprises where you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And it's so basic. It's such simple things. It's not, heavy drama, not high conspiracy. It's just people surviving, which is so perfect for us right now, I feel. It's just perfect. It's like right up our alley.
Right. You're making the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point. I didn't even think of that. That just dawned on me.
That's exactly.
We're all in a bad situation right now, and this show is like basically saying, yeah, imagine.
Yeah. Well,
everything's taken from you.
You have to sit in it, and you have to deal with it as best as you can. Right? We're all living in this really temporary. We all know it's temporary.
That's great.
But it feels
Thanks.
like it just goes on.
Yeah.
On and on.
Well, I think we all thought this was going to be done now.
It should have been, but.
Okay, calm down. Shoulda, blah, 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 all that, right? Can't control the masses all the time. Yeah, power through. But the funny thing is, I will say this: try to just embrace season 1 with the knowledge that I'm bestowing upon you, because season 1 does actually lay a lot of good groundwork that actually gets paid off. Because that's what's really cool about this. It's pretty much a serial. It's not a sitcom where everything just gets reset. So it's a really good building of story and watching these characters change. So season 1 lays a lot of good groundwork for you to get paid off emotionally later. So yeah, it's good, man. It's really good, dude. I was super surprised. I mean, and Megan and I, how many times did we look at each other and go,
why are we watching
what, this is supposed to be funny?
Is this supposed to be funny?
This awkward annoyance, is it supposed to be funny? And it just gets good. It just gets really good. All right. So that being said, I really got inspired by the show, and I've been inspired by this from a long time, actually. And I want so much to talk about the aesthetic value in things. This is, to me, I'm fascinated by this. And I actually started this channel wanting to talk about fashion, right? I want to talk about, I love fashion. That's just kind of my thing. I have, my little guy was with me, and I knew I had to have him in the story. So that's why I was like, ooh, this is good. I'll be a fashionable father. And I love talking about him and like having a girl with him. And I thought fashion, this is perfect. And it took me about, I feel like 30 videos, maybe not quite 30, but it took me a few videos. What up, Travers? Oh my goodness, man. I haven't seen you in a long time, bro. Nice to see you. I'll wait next episode of This Is Us. We didn't get on This Is Us. This Is Us is pretty, like, it's heavy, right? Mm-hmm. I've been told that's pretty heavy. That's on normal channels, right? I barely even watch those anymore. But yeah. This Is Us. How many seasons is that now? And you're waiting for it, right? It hasn't come out yet. But yeah, nice to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a few weeks, so that's cool. How are you and the lady? Doing good. You're in Ireland, yeah, Ireland. I've got a couple of Europeans. It's awesome. It's awesome. Always cool to see him in the chat. So what I was talking about, Schitt's Creek, like you just said, and then I really do appreciate the aesthetic value. And so when I can't remember which video, and I first started saying style first, and yeah, I think it was this. It was this, and that really made me go, oh, that's because fashion. I love fashion, and I love clothes. But I can get easily dissuaded by them because I'm not really one that loves trends. I don't always try to jump on that, right? I've said that plenty of times here. So fashion's weird for me because when I watch other fashion channels, I'm like, I'm not doing that. And so I was trying to define myself and what I was doing, and I realized it's style first. That's what I go towards. I lean towards style first, whether it's in clothes, whether it's in furniture, and then I look for form, or for function. I want style, and I think that's what I get so fascinated by, the aesthetic. Like, I like stuff that's beautiful. It has to be beautiful, because if it's not, then it's just a device that you're using. And yes, that can be amazing if it's a tool, but if it's just your couch and it doesn't give you that joy to look at it, then why have that couch, right? Now, yes, this can get very materialistic, which I don't also like. I don't think I'm that much of a materialistic person, even though I think I am. Anyways, that's a challenge, right? It's hard not to be materialistic. So but I still absolutely, if I am going to have this device or this item, I want it to have aesthetic value. It is of high importance to me. And that's what I loved about Schitt's Creek. I love that they hold on to their aesthetic value. They don't let that go. And I think there's a lot to be said about that because, yeah, beauty, art, all this can have such an impact on our lives, right? As simple as that. And I think sometimes, especially in the United States, we look at fashion as something that's kind of fickle and empty, and it's not. As simple as that, it's not. It communicates who you are before you open your mouth. You walk into a room and you have a nice suit on, or if it doesn't have to be a nice suit, you look awesome and you are comfortable in what you wear and you love what you wear and you are presenting that well, you have already spoken before you even open your mouth. So
it's kind of funny you saying this, and we live in Los Angeles, where there are people who just don't care, right?
Yeah, this town, like, people can
wear such casual clothing to like really nice restaurants, and that's okay, you know. Sometimes
that's a statement in and of itself.
It's true.
Which is a kind of can get annoying here, and yet also sometimes inspiring. I don't know. Yeah, Trevor, what up, bro? Oh, okay. It's like a therapy session every episode. He says This Is Us is like a therapy session.
It is.
Yeah, I could imagine, man. Like, I think that's why we steered away from it. We didn't want something that heavy, but everybody's recommended it to us. It was supposed to be amazing. Yeah. So, what was I talking about? Yeah. So I love the aesthetic value, and I want to something that I think is fine. I think fascinating. Aesthetic value doesn't always have to be, in my opinion, expensive. This, I just got this recently. I got fed this on a YouTube video. This thing.
Oh,
Megan laughs at me. Look at this. This is from like the 50s, maybe the 60s. Look at this. This is a tripod. Look at this beast.
my mother had one of those.
Look at this thing. Look at this. Anyway, so I am super hyped. Now, there's nothing that is really awesome. Well, okay, there's plenty of things that are awesome about this, but there's nothing really convenient about this if you want to use this with a camera. It's heavy. It's all metal. There's no, like everything's carbon fiber now. This is heavy. I want to use this as my vlogging tripod. I wanted something a little bigger than, where's my tiny tripod? I thought I brought it over here. Here, let me grab it.
I got it.
You got it? So I wanted to use it because I wanted something a little longer, but this tightens and then loosens. Anyways, I love this. I love the aesthetic value of this. This is what I was using right here.
Everybody, by the way.
Are you drinking? Are you having a beer?
No.
Oh. Yeah, this is boring. This is boring. This is not. Now, yeah, I give up a little bit of convenience. This is probably not going to be the easiest thing to deal with, but I love it. I love the style of it. I love the look of it. I like the design of it. This like loosens and you can crank it up. Look at this. Look at this. Look how cool that is.
Mom.
I know. I feel like I'm being a QVC salesman. You can get these off of eBay for like $30. Maybe spending $50 with it. Look at this. Look at that. Look at how awesome that is. But the reason why you use this, right? The reason why you use this is obviously convenience and it helps you as a tool. But there's a lot of inconvenience to this. I'm using this because I love the aesthetic value of it. I love the design of it. I love the look of it. I want to be in the streets vlogging with my camera like this. That's what I want to do. And yeah, I love it. There's something that it just brings joy. It brings joy to you. And I feel like when you're using a tool, and this is the first time I've ever had tools in my life that I love. And it's fascinating to have stuff like that in your life. Like that you go, I picked this up and it feels good to use every time. And then it's also bringing value because it's a tool. Anyways, I love that. I'm eating that stuff up and that's something I feel like I've just learned recently. Anyways, so should we keep this in the shot? Let's keep it in the shot for fun. So yeah, I love this thing. And another thing I feel like of aesthetic value, I thought this was interesting. I just posted the video of Son of a Tailor with t-shirts. Looks like an award.
Yes.
No kidding, Brian. Look at this thing.
Please.
So cool. Anyway, so I'm almost distracted by it. I had someone comment, and a really cool subscriber, a nice guy. He's straight up goes, those are, if you haven't seen the t-shirt video, I just recently posted Son of a Tailor. It's an expensive t-shirt. It's made specifically for you. They use an algorithm to take your measurements, but also I think you could fine tune it more. And I loved it. I'm super excited. They reached out to me. They sent me the t-shirt. So obviously I'm a little biased, but I was super impressed. And I titled it Affordable. A stretch, calling it affordable. And someone in the comments, which is he was very mannered about it, but said, he goes, this is not affordable. Because that's not an affordable t-shirt. He's got a point. But in my opinion, it is. Because if you went to go to someone and make a bespoke t-shirt, you'd easily spend more than that. Easily. And their model is good. And I feel like that's the reason why it is not as expensive as someone who's hand making t-shirts for you locally. And so I do kind of feel like it's affordable. However, I could see his point, right? It's all what you believe is worth. And so I did challenge him a little bit. I was like, yo, bro, if you bought this t-shirt and you kept it for 3 years and you loved it, instead of buying a t-shirt every year that gets worn out and you don't love it and it doesn't fit well, right? And then you're already moving on to another place to try to find a t-shirt that fits well. We've all been through that, especially white t-shirts, because white t-shirts a lot of times are hard to find that are valuable. And you're still spending $20 on a t-shirt that you can easily see through or the material's just So anyways. But I think, again, why I value that t-shirt so much is because of its aesthetic. It's going to make me look good. It looks good on. The material is nice. It's the aesthetic that I put up there. And if you don't put that up there as a value, then obviously it's not going to be an affordable t-shirt, right? I think another thing, I have this lovely lady who watches, and she's commented on a couple of my videos, and she actually has a pretty big channel herself. Well, what I consider a big channel. But she commented when I talked about my Belgian shoe obsession, and she talked about Bass Weegens. And if you know about Bass Weegens, I know my parents know about Bass Weegens because they're like the OG penny loafer, right? And I love penny loafers. I don't wear them as much anymore, but I like penny loafers. I think they're a classic, awesome style. And
you had one in like every color.
I had like brown, black. I had a burgundy. I had a lot of penny loafers. But why penny loafers are like between $100 and like $50? You can buy probably Bass Weegens for $50 maybe on sale, and between $50 and $150, right? So why would you spend 4 times as much on a loafer? And that's, again, because I value that aesthetic of the Belgian shoe. I love that specific design. I love how it looks. I like that it speaks volumes when you wear it. It is a design that very few people obviously have or even wear because they don't want to wear something of that. So it's interesting. Like I value that shoe, as you could tell. I rave about it. I talk about it. It's one of my favorite shoes I've ever bought. I'm absolutely fine with spending the money. I wish I had more so I could buy more pairs. Actually, I don't know. I think if I had more money, I'd probably buy the Gucci loafer. Maybe. I don't know. Gucci loafer. There's so much about a brand. And so yeah, I value that. And I think that sometimes people don't see it. Like they're like, dude, you can go to the loafer for the same thing for $100. I was like, it's not the same thing though. That's not the same thing. And I think obviously there's a lot of people like that. And there's a great, again, so to piggyback off of Schitt's Creek, there's a great episode in it. It's so great. And there might be some spoilers in this where she gets a dress. The mom gets a dress. Now the mom, I feel like, is probably the one that is most, like, she inhibits most of the forward moving of the family, whatever. But she gets this dress and she spent $3,000 on it. And the daughter's like, you spent $3,000 on it? Oh my goodness. That's all? And then the dad is like panicking because he's going, dude, you spent how much on this dress? And it's a great moment because through the entire story, you're like, yeah, from my point of view, you're like, yeah, dude, you spent too much money on this dress. Your poor husband needs to bust his butt to try to pay off this dress. And then at the end, which is such a great turn, is they tell you at the end, she puts the dress on and the husband is absolutely enamored with the dress. And that's what I loved about that show, or I still love about the show, is that's such a great turn. They go, no. This is a value to us. This $3,000 gown, this is a value. And it just felt good. Like it just was so perfect of a commentary. Like even though the dad or her husband was like, no, we can't afford that, he saw the value in it. And there is, if that's what brings you love and joy and brings the family together, there can be value in that. It doesn't always just have to be, lumber or a tool or this and that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's my commentary on the aesthetic, as the title points out. I love that. I really feel like I could have almost titled my channel. If I had more foresight, I'd have probably titled my channel The Aesthetic. Gosh, that's a really good title for a channel. Don't steal that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I say when I'm saying style first, right? That's my thing. That is my thing. So, what's the next topic here? Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about. I didn't know. Am I late to the party on this? Now, pile fleece coats. Is this a thing?
The what is? Say again?
I want to know, and I don't have a lot of people in the chat this weekend, which is a shame because I really want to ask: am I late to the pile fleece coats? I think this is probably the ugliest fashion I've ever noticed lately. And I'm not talking about like this stuff. I'm talking about here. Let me see if I can get it. I'm talking about like this. Like, is this fashion right now? Or this? And I get it. It's brazen. And it's, like, I like this. This is cool. This is really cool. But this? No, I don't. And maybe this is my fault. This is my problem is, like, I've stated here before, I'm not an outdoorsy fashion guy. And I think it's because I was so inundated with the outdoorsy fashion stuff growing up in Colorado. Like everything was about fashion and outdoorsy stuff. And there's not a lot going on. Not a lot going on with in my opinion, of outdoorsy fashion. And you always look like you're working too hard on it when you're trying to make it look good. Yeah, what up, Michael? Oh man. Hey, no problem, guys. Thanks for rolling through.
Bologna?
Yeah, we have nicknames for each other at work. His is Manchester. What up, Manchester? and Jobin, he mostly calls me nicknames. I only have one for him. It's Manchester. I just like it. It's paying homage to I Love You, Man. Remember the bromance? I haven't seen that in so long. I guess they came up with a bunch of stupid nicknames for each other. Or they attempted at nicknames and they butchered them. Anyways, it was a good joke. What up, Jack? Did I see you last live stream, man? I don't think I did, man. Thanks for rolling through. You guys missed a lot of me just piling through some topics. I've been talking like a maniac. My wife has been quiet over there. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
You've been quiet. I guess.
I haven't.
She needs this. I need my wing lady. Welcome, Michael. This is what we do, man. Magooch. I have topics I talk about, and I get on a mini soapbox every other weekend. If you've probably seen some of the recorded stuff, I hope you have.
You got some people who are talking about the fleece jacket. Cusimano said that he has a great hiking jacket. And Richard says...
Sorry, guys. Oh, man. I think someone's right. I think someone's calling. Oh, my God. Who's calling me?
Really?
Yeah, they interrupt. I guess I should have turned my... I've never had a call in the middle of a live stream. Sorry, guys. That's never happened. I'm totally distracted now. Who the hell's calling me during a live stream? Anyways, I guess I should turn my cellular off, or the cell data off, whatever. Yeah, Richard. By the way, if you just saw these horrible jackets, I think this is a thing, and maybe it's a United States thing. Like you said, you wear yours. It's like a hiking jacket. It's like a fleece hiking jacket. Or sorry, Greg, that's what you said. You use yours to rake the garden. Exactly. This should not be worn. Yeah, I'm not down. As you can tell, I'm not down. I'm not. And I'm Michael hating on CO. I'm not hating on CO. I love CO, Colorado. My wife is even applying for Boulder.
And Northern, you keep like...
I skipped Greeley.
What the hell?
Yeah, she's also applying for Northern Colorado. I know. In Greeley. Anyways, yeah, she's applying for both, and so we might end up in CO. Who knows? And I like CO. I do, and I think it's changed a lot since when I was growing up there. When I was growing up there, man, it was a little stifling. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but I don't think it's any more stifling than where I grew up. I'm sorry.
Nothing's more stifling than where you grew up. That's a horrible comparison. That's a low bar we're comparing it to.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Yes, exactly, Jack. The fleece, basically turning the fleece on the outside, and I think I just ran into this the other day. I have some Instagram guy, and I think there's some really cool Japanese dudes that I have on Instagram. I don't know how I got fed them, but they do a really good job wearing like kind of cool vintage stuff. But then they have this whole layout of a bunch of fleece, on the exterior. Go, what up, little epic? No way, you're going to Broomfield? And shoot, I'm trying to remember, Texas, right? You went from Portland to Texas to, I think, Portland, Dallas, and then now Broomfield? Oh my goodness. That's a lot of changes. I think you're going to like Broomfield, man.
Where is Broomfield?
Just basically right outside Denver.
Oh, okay.
No, north, right? North? Yeah. Guys should know that.
Then you'll need a fleece. You're bummed.
No. See? That's my point. No. Not gonna wear it. Not gonna. If I move back to Colorado, I'm gonna still wear what I wear in LA. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna wear any socks, right? You're gonna
No,
be
I'll have to. That's what
you're gonna
sucks.
be a
I'll have to start wearing socks
slightly
again.
Irritated guy,
Sig.
right?
I've called a Sig, slightly irritated guy. I'll just walk around. It's like, guys, really? No, it's changed, right? Right, Michael? Colorado. Well, Michael doesn't. How long you been there, Mike? It's changed. That place is, I feel like, is way more. I think they're starting to worry about the aesthetic, as I was saying. Something like that. Epic's like, yeah, I guys are putting you on blast. I'm telling you your whole history. I'm not. I want to clarify. I think I love Colorado. I do love that. It's got a very cool mindset there. I love the beauty of it. I think there has always been a slight lack of the care for the arts. Am I going too far with that? I think I am. It's nice. It's nice to be. This is something else I've kind of learned I think in life in general. We are products of our environments. We are. That is simple as that. We all want to try to pretend we're super open and super individualistic, but at the end of the day, we are products of our environments. I'll never forget when I first moved to LA, and I moved here. Megan swears that I was wearing tube socks with my deck shoes. I still don't think I was doing that.
You totally did.
But anyways, she tries to say that. I was wearing undershirts still, because that's what you did in Colorado. You wore an undershirt underneath your shirts. Oh, sorry. You wore an undershirt because you had to stay warm. So I moved to California. I was like, well, I'm always sweating. I'm always sweating here. And so I ditched the undershirts. I stopped wearing socks. And then I remember, I'll never forget, like someone saw me from Colorado and they're like, dude, you're so LA. And I was like, oh, I am? I didn't even realize it. Like I wasn't trying to be LA. I wasn't trying to look like everybody else. You just kind of fall into it. And sometimes if you kind of all of a sudden start to take notice, like, I don't care about North Face. I don't care about hiking all the time. I did the whole skiing and snowboarding and loved it. But I was like, yeah, that ship sailed for me. And then I was going, where is the value, right? And yeah, right? That's why you're in Colorado. We love those damn mountains. And they're beautiful. Man, they're majestic. You don't know it until you like go see something else. But man, those are some beautiful mountains. They are beautiful. Oh yeah, so you know Michael. Yeah, you've been there 12 years. Yeah, so that's home to you now. Yeah. Yeah, and you love it. Right? Yes, but not wrong. I wish I didn't get the reference. So you're kind of agreeing with me? So, yeah. Anyways, shall we move on to the next topic, everybody? And hey, thanks for everybody showing up, Jack, Mike, and Little Epic. I do not mind if you're late, as long as you roll through and say hi. It's cool. It's always heartwarming, man. Okay, last thing up, man. Let's geek it out. Let's geek it out. Let's do it. Let's talk about Mandalorian. Who else is a fan? I know Greg is.
Whoop, whoop.
Megan's a fan. And she's a Star Trek fan. You're a science fan.
Oh, wait. I'm a sci-fi fan.
Yeah, she's a sci-fi fan
I
first.
like both.
I love it. She eats it up. She eats it up, man. Mandalorian's amazing. I like it. I'm gonna go even further with the geek out. If you haven't watched it, you need to sign up for that just to watch that. Just sign up for Disney Plus just to watch it. What else is on Disney Plus that's really good? I think if you also, side note, Right Stuff is on there, and I kind of ducked out of it because I was kind of annoyed with the show, but it looks good. So, Dad, I'm telling you, you would like the show, The Right Stuff. That is really good. It's got the kid from Suits. You guys would totally like Right Stuff, Mom and Dad. It's got the kid from Suits. He was playing John Glenn, I think. Anyways, you don't know, but that's good. And Mandalorian, sign up, and then it's canceled after you're done watching those two. Wait for all Mandalorian to be up, and then just binge it and cancel it. Because I'll be honest, the rest of Disney Plus is kind of lame. Sorry. Side note. Oh, you didn't watch episode 3 to the end. Okay, I'm not gonna probably give any spoilers away, bro. It's not. I don't want.
We didn't want it to end.
Oh, God. Why am I? I really like to gloss over these chats, don't I? Oh yeah, you didn't watch. Yeah. Well, and then when you heard the Ahsoka, right? They're gonna go see. And so, anyways, if you're watching Mandalorian and you're enjoying it, you owe it to yourself to watch Clone Wars, the animated series. I know everybody's like, I'm not going to watch animated series. Watch the animated series. It's fantastic. It's really good. It's not for kids. It's for adults. and it's totally Star Wars up to yin yang. It's awesome, man. And
Please do tell, what is the yin and yang that is going up?
oh, thank you, Megan.
Yeah.
God. Anyways, stuff always gets a little. Ahsoka Tano, yes, bro. That reference, and yeah, Greg and I are like totally geeks about this, man. We ate it up. We ate that up. And so yeah, and you also owe it to yourself, if you've seen them in the show, to watch the making of it. They're making this show. And I hope this doesn't ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it. In a warehouse with parallax screens. They're making the show in a warehouse. How amazing is this? You should watch. If you haven't done that and you have Disney Plus, watch the making of this. This thing is the way they're.
When the camera moves, the screen.
Yeah, it's parallax. If you just type in parallax in Google right now, they'll straight up show you the amazing technology that basically you shoot something, and then you can put it on a screen and it will move with your camera. It'll look like it's moving environment. It's just, it's amazing. Yo, what up, Ty? Rolling through. Yeah, trying, man. Thanks for the compliment. Trying to do our thing over here. We got a pretty full house at this point. It was a slow beginning, but we got a full house. Thanks for rolling through, everybody. We're talking about Mandalorian. Again, I'm like a pitch man for the show. If you don't have Disney Plus, sign up at the end of this month when they've pretty much, well, no, is it 2 months? I think there usually is 8 episodes.
It's a month. Yeah, it's a month.
That's it? So there's only 4 episodes?
No. I think if you want to sign up for free, I think don't they give you 2 or?
Oh, good point.
Or 1 month.
Yeah, they might. So if you have to pay for 2 months, who cares? It's worth it paying for 2 months and then cancel the damn thing. But yeah, it's worth it if you're at all a Star Wars fan. Okay, so commentary on that too, and Greg and I have talked about this, and I hope everybody's somewhat of a Star Wars fan because I'm going to get on a soapbox. There's a great video that I watched that blew my mind. I forget that there's kids that were introduced to Star Wars with episodes 1, 2, and 3, which is a travesty. And then they were like, "Oh, I want to get blown away like they get older and they want to be blown away." So they watched the episodes 4, 5, and 6, and they're like, I'm not blown away by this because, let's be honest, like the sword fighting and the action in the first 3 episodes are more like Starfight. It's not nearly what they grew up with, like this inundation of action. So they're not blown away. And then they thought these next 3 episodes that were just in the movie theater would just bring them that amazing moment, and it didn't. Like this guy said, he goes, it didn't. And you know why it didn't? Because it's not good storytelling. It was just lame. Let's be honest. They just tried to play the nostalgia card. Like J. Abrams was playing the nostalgia card, and then the other guy was just trying to reinvent the wheel, like the whole universe, with new force power and stuff that just didn't make sense, in my opinion. And it was hard because they didn't have the turn. I mean, there's an amazing turn in Star Wars, right? I'm your father. Like, come on, that turn's amazing. Anyway, so it's hard. It's like everybody, like even me, who's a critic of these movies, like they had an uphill battle that was almost impossible. And I think the reason why Mandalorian is so successful is they're not trying to be that. They're not trying to be. They're playing the nostalgia card real well, but they've built off of the Clone Wars storyline. There's Mandalorians all over Clone Wars if you want more Mandalorian stuff, and they've built on that. And they're expanding the universe instead of trying to reinvent the universe or try to go back to what we were used to. They're expanding it. And that's really the key. If anybody wants to learn from that show, expand the world. Don't try to recopy what they've done. Expand it and then tell your own story. That part where they steal it? Oh, yeah, right? That's the best part of it. That's like Force Awakens. That is actually the best. The reveal of the Millennium Falcon in Force Awakens is I'm not gonna say it, but it almost brought me to tears.
Was that's just like that hunk of junk over there?
Oh, they're like that thing. That's garbage. And then they revealed. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Force Awakens was a pretty decent movie. It was just a remake, but it was a decent movie. Anyways, that's my. Oh, also, by the way, go Google this. Actually, let me show you this damn thing. This is the weirdest thing ever. I saw an unboxing of this. Oh, shoot. Hold on. This, as you can see, is $375.
What does it do?
It does nothing. It's a figurine. And it's weird looking, man. Look at the little hair on it. Look at the hair on it. Oh my God. That is insane. Yeah, I saw an unboxing of this on YouTube. I was like, I was thinking that it was going to be a little like, I know you can buy a bunch of these things, like little plush dolls or whatever. But that's weird looking. I don't really picture Yoda with rosy cheeks. Or Baby Yoda. Or the child. I think they call it the child still. Anyways. Yeah, you can buy that for $375 if you want. I don't know why anybody would. But, well, someone did. Look at that. It's kind of weird looking, right?
Yeah, the way the eyes are, it's like, I'd hate to like put that somewhere in my bedroom and then wake up in the middle of the night and see it staring at me. I'd be like, "Ugh!" I'd be like, get out of here.
So, yeah, yeah, I'm not. Anyways, that's weird to me. Who else is like super hyped about the doll? I know there's plush toys you can buy. I think this is a little off brand for me and my chat. What up, Fernando? How you doing, man? Are you drinking? Are you doing some day drinking on this fine day? How you doing out there? Are you working? Guys, anybody working from the hotel? All right, everybody. I think I'm going to cut it short because I don't really have any more topics. And Arthur didn't even say hi. We need him to come over and say hi.
Well, he's been chowing down for the last 45 minutes.
Oh, he has been?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. This is too... Oh. Yo!
He's wearing the fleece thing he showed earlier.
Okay.
That's why it's popular. It's subliminal. Oh my God, it's perfect.
It's perfect. It's all full circle. It's all full circle. He's wearing the fleece. He's wearing the fleece thing.
Fleece thing. They want to be Baby Yoda.
Sorry, Baby Yoda. I can't do it.
Take care of me.
It's a baby yoga. No.
Baby Yoda. Oh, man. Again, thanks for everybody for showing up. You guys have to come over and say goodbye.
Okay, come on, go and say goodbye. Come on.
I can't do it. Baby Yoda. Jack, speaking of which, real quick, and I hope I get this question. Are you watching Mandalorian? Who else is watching Mandalorian? I feel like this is a topic that kind of died, except for Greg and I.
It's a 1, 2, 2 with sweep.
You want to tell everybody what you want for your birthday?
Oh, yeah, come over and tell everybody what you want for your birthday.
He's eating Cheerios, so.
Okay, his mouth is full. Teach him all kinds of good manners.
What does he want? What do you want for your birthday?
What do you want for your birthday, buddy?
With the no doors and
You don't remember?
I'm glad.
Good.
We're fine with him forgetting.
What do you
I
want?
don't forget.
What is it?
You want
iPad Pro.
Pro. An iPad Pro.
His mouth is full.
His mouth's full. An iPad Pro, because he
Star Wars.
watches Apple on
Star
Apple
Wars.
TV, and he watches it over and over again. Like, you know how they do those conventions and events?
They're doing them all the time now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I think they've already had 2 in like past few months.
Ugh.
It's just like an endless like infomercial for, bezels and a nicer camera.
And then he just kept coming up to me. He's like, I want an iPad Pro. I'm like, good for you. Man, Mommy does too.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it would help you
Chat
once you get into your
too.
master's program, right?
Yeah.
So-
And what else? What else? do
Yo,
you want?
everybody, thanks for Michael. Thanks for rolling through and seeing the craziness, whatever we're doing every other weekend over here. Everybody else, thanks, Jack. Thanks, Richard. Thanks, guys, Fernando coming in hot at the late hour.
Mom.
Hey, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Judy. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thanks, Trev. Thanks, Tyler. I think Tobe might have rolled through. I don't think so. Tobe was flying. But anyways, you guys are amazing.
Come
We had a good time. This is fun. I always have a great time doing this. And thanks for listening to me blather on about aesthetics and Schitt's Creek. And I guess that is it. Shall I see you on the flip side? I guess so.